Doing a little impromptu show tonight. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so you see the sign up there. It says 2 guys, 1 pod.
Where are you heading? The Middle East?
Yes. It's me, Slotmaster316. How you doing, everybody? And my old pal, Russ Factor, is about 1,522 miles away. What say you, Russ Factor?
I may be that now, but over the weekend, we were inches away.
We were side by side, attached at the hip there, Russ Factor. Fleshy P, it was, like I say, just a little bit of an impromptu. We wanted to do a show to have a little bit of the Vegas recap.
While it was still fresh on our minds.
Yeah, and I didn't want to wait another week because, like I say, I'll be out of town. So got to go to town for work. So I'll be on the East Coast Thursday through Sunday.
Got any casinos out there you gonna see? Nothing? Anything?
I'm hitting one tomorrow because I'm going to fly out of Oklahoma City. So
you maybe said you might have a chance to see Papa John.
Yeah, but he's not. He's maybe Sunday, but probably not because I think I'm going to change my flights so I fly right back into Wichita.
Oh, there you go.
That's neither here nor there. We're right there. Yeah. So prior to while we were just, I got. You're not going to believe this, but I was having technical difficulties. Called the
I
Russ
was
Factor
laying in
up.
bed playing the game, and I had my computer on, and Sarah, she saw it in her peripheral. She goes, "You're getting a call."
I wonder what the slot master needs technically. Old Russ Factor hooking me up.
Hopped right into gear. And got you all set up. You got a whole view screen. It's like a spaceship in your studio now.
It is.
Yep.
So we're connected. So yeah, we're back. We're back from Vegas. It was on the scale of like 1 to 10, 1 being the worst trip that I've ever been on, to 10 being the highlight Vegas trip. Mm-hmm. It was about a 7.5.
I'd say that. And nothing real bad. Nothing. I mean, it was. We were talking, like, we got a few stories we're going to go over tonight, but we mentioned at some point, I go, it's just going to be weird to do, like, it's not one of those crazy recaps like we've had last time. We had a lot of just, like, some real nice just chilling out, low-key, the three of us, some friends, having a real good time and hanging out. There was some good fun moments here we'll recap a little bit of, but it was just a nice trip. It was a real nice trip.
It was, the good thing about it was it was super laid back.
Yeah.
We only had real plans that first Friday night. We went out to Aria and
I'd never been there too. It was a cool place.
Had a fantastic meal at Carbone.
That was real
good. And it was good. Prior to that, we went up to like the 29th floor or 27th floor at the Waldorf Astoria.
The Waldorf, yeah. There's
Rust Factor got him a flight of Whistle Pig whiskey.
Yeah, there's this bar up there, and what's crazy is we didn't even get to see the real thing that's up there because it was completely under construction. So we had to go like up one elevator and then over to another elevator, and then we finally got up there, and you could see right when you walked out the elevator that it was just all blocked off. We couldn't even catch a glimpse. And we just kind of had to walk down this little corridor into this cool little bar, little tiny thing with a great view right out over the strip there. And we sat down and had some fancy drinks, had me a little Whistle Pig hanging out. It was a good time.
It's actually, if you're looking at my screen, this is basically the view.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty close to it. Maybe a little bit south. Because my head is right over the Bellagio fountains. But I went and took a leak, and I got to take a peek.
Oh, you did sneak a little look in there, huh?
I did a little bit, and it's just the better thing about it is it's big and its faces a little bit because the building's kind of an L shape.
Yeah,
triangular.
we kind of saw a real kind of not exciting part, but that's the view that you're going to see closer to behind him. Out the new area too, which is wow.
Yeah,
I can't. We gotta sneak back in there at some point.
I know.
And go see it.
we for sure did not belong where we were.
No.
We also did not belong where we were at dinner.
Yeah. I heard you got to know a couple people to even attempt to get you a little seat in there, and we got right in, but like we were expected. And it was just packed. It was packed. Like every seat in the house was full. The service was absolutely amazing. I mean, they I don't know how they just keep track of everybody because I never felt like we were waiting on anything.
No.
We never asked for anything and got something wrong. And they were just, I was watching them take care of everyone around us. And it was just like clockwork. It was insane.
Was our waiter, was he like straight from Italy?
I think he was straight from Italy, and he was the coolest dude I met that night, man. He was funny. He was joking with us and everything. We had a little bit going where I would thank him and he would thank me, and I would no thank you and he would no thank me. And he brought me out at the end of dinner. I said, no. I was just wondering if we finished it because I didn't know. I didn't know how long the little glasses of wine they were pouring us lasted. He's like, do you want another one? I'm like, oh, no. So after they brought out the check, he came right over and he poured a glass of wine in there and said, it's on me. I was like, dude, you didn't.
Russ Factor turned into a wine guy that night.
I turned into a wine guy that night. But we had, what was that pasta we even had? Do you know? It was so good.
I have no idea.
So good.
It was really, really good.
I knew that I wasn't going to remember, and as I was eating it, I'm like, you better just savor this memory, because you ain't going to remember what this was. But we had a really good pasta, nice Caesar salad, the zucchini things. Those were a little weird.
Yeah.
And I got some of them lamb chops. Ooh. Those were real good. I'll tell you that right now.
Those my only complaint about those was they were pretty fatty.
Yeah, and there was a whole piece there that was just fat, and I was like, well, that's I would have left that one in the kitchen.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird piece.
But the pieces I picked around the fat there, oh my god, it was like butter. It melted in your mouth. Good stuff. Yeah, but we didn't belong there. We were welcome.
We didn't.
And we behaved ourselves.
We did?
I mean,
we sure about that?
Did we? No.
We didn't, actually. We did not.
I must have forgot for a second there. We didn't completely behave ourselves.
It was me, Russ Factor, Kel's Bell's best friend, and another one of their friends. So there's five of us.
Yep.
It was good. And that night was probably the last night that I felt okay. I didn't really let anybody on, but I was not feeling good. I had I still have some just weird head stuff going on. Just did
being
not
down
feel
there
great.
does not help that at all, because just going down there alone after the first day, instantly everything, your sinuses start drying out because it's just that dry casino air down there. So if you come pre-sinused up, yeah, I can see how that quickly turns into the next day of being like, ugh.
Normally when I fly, I kind of get that for a couple hours, but it still hasn't gone away.
Damn.
And then Kels Bells actually I think she has a flu. She didn't. She spent most of Saturday in bed, not great. She did not feel good. Normally, she's got that chip in her, which is like her party trick that she can drink till 6:30 in the morning, and wake up at 7:30 in the morning and then go to work and put on a full day. And when she didn't get up, when I got up, I didn't sleep. We went to bed that first night at what, like 6, right? We were live for a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then we went to bed at like 6:30, and then I woke up about 8, and I was playing bubble craps by 8:15. Yeah. And when she didn't get up by like 9:30 or 10, I was starting to ask some questions. And she was trying. She was like, "Oh yeah, I feel fine," and I could tell. I could tell she wasn't feeling great.
One of those nights, I remember getting out of bed and looking because I could see the temperature, time and temp on your hotel. One day I did wake up thinking, oh, it's got to be like 9 or 10. It was 12:45.
Yeah, that was Saturday. But Friday, I did find out something. My whole life, I'm not a huge drinker by any stretch of the imagination, but this was. Normally, I don't really drink at all when I go to Vegas. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't. This time, I did. I had a couple. Had a little bit on. I was wetting my whistle on the plane that ride there. Had a few drinks in the ride to the airport or ride from the airport, and then had a few drinks because it was odd how long it took. For a room to be ready. We got there at 1, and then it wasn't ready till like 3:30, which that's never.
Yeah,
never
we were sitting there in the high limit room
up
with this other couple that was having the same issue, and I looked at my clock and I go, "We're getting pretty damn near like normal ass hotel check-in times. Where's your room?"
Right. So then I called down there. I went down there and like, oh, I'm so sorry. We were waiting on water to be delivered. And the guy that went to go get it got in a car wreck or something. I was like, well, he better be dead. And I didn't say that.
Yeah, at the same time, you're like, so yeah, your thought was just to leave me in the casino with all my bags. You could have brought the water to the room, even if we checked into it, sir.
They know I'm in the right place. They knew what they were doing. But by that we hit a hand pay.
Yeah.
So that helps while we were waiting. So, what I was going to say is, I'm not that big of a drinker. I had maybe 1 or 2 drinks at dinner, but then this thing was exposed. I have always had this very high regard for these folks that are known as sommeliers.
Yeah.
Perhaps you may or may not know what a sommelier is. It's for a lack of better term, a wine Sherpa.
Yeah.
Or wine steward.
Yeah.
And they are trained and knowledgeable in what pairs with food.
So we were getting the wine going, and they said, you just hold on. We got someone that's going to come over and speak to you.
And I said, okay, who's that? Well, our sommelier. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to hear this. So this girl comes over and was talking to Sarah, my wife's friend. And she was like, well, what are you guys having? So on and so forth. And she was explaining it to her. And she's like, well, you need to do this. 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 Goes on for better part of 5 or to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
About what wines are going to go good with this pasta and what wines would go good with this, everything we ordered.
Right.
And I look over at Kel's Bells and I was like, that was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. And Kelly looks at me and she's like, what? And I was like, that would be like me coming and trying to teach you how to hit a golf shot. You'd be like, oh my God, that guy really knows what he's doing trying to hit a shot. That guy must have practiced the better part of his 40 years of his life to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you're right. So sommelier came over and was filling the glass of wine. And I looked at her and I was like, I was really impressed by that. And she goes, by what? And I said, that discussion that you just had about what wine will go great with this stuff. And I go, you must have been in school for what? Like as long as a doctor? She's like, oh, no, I took a 3-week online course.
Oh, and your face just went dead. Like,
I went, what? She's like, yeah, I thought like one of my friends is like they're like oh shit, what do they call, like a master sommelier or something? I don't know, like a top level. And he told me that there's maybe less than 500 master sommeliers in the world.
wow. And she's not one of them.
So I'm like, God. They were saying that you either have this gift or you don't. It's like, there you are. Less than 500 in the world can be master sommeliers. And she told me she took a 3-week course online. She was not a master. She wasn't a master. She was just a level, I think she said she was a level 1 sommelier. I can go online and be ordained as a priest to wed people. Pretty much what she did.
Right. Just a little manual you read and take the test. 3 weeks.
You want to talk about the biggest fraud? I was just like, what a scam this is. And the amount of bullshit that came out of her mouth that sounded really good. You just have to be able to bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
And we were like telling Sarah, we were proud of her too for, understanding words and saying things that, never come out of our mouth when it comes to wine. And she was like, oh, I don't know anything about that. It's like, it seems like you know just about as much as this lady who took a 3-week course online and works at this restaurant. So you've got that going for you, at least.
I was just like, I don't know. And you said, I think at one point, I'm not sure if she was within earshot, you say clowns go to school longer than what she did.
Clowns go to school longer than she did.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to be kind of a good looking chick and kind of be able to have the ability to bullshit.
Yeah, and retain a few memories on a few different wines. That's about it.
Yeah, it tastes like oak, and it's got this oak texture. Shut up. Anybody that tells me they're a sommelier, okay.
Yeah.
Be gone. Be gone. That was exposed. That was Friday. And then I went to the bathroom, ran into an old pal. I had to send Russ Factor back to go see if he was there, and he was gone by the time that we were leaving.
Yeah.
But it was the lead singer of Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
So go, Russ Factor, go say hi to him. Go sing a little Simicharm kind of life to him, Russ Factor.
I bet I'd do better than he does. We discussed that a few weeks on the show.
We did. And at the table.
Now, he was gone by the time I went back up there. It was probably like 10 minutes later. He's probably sitting down. He probably got a table and was just waiting for his table.
Yeah.
But
the good news is we sat, if he was that, we sat faster than he did.
oh yeah, we
had
just
to
walked
hook
right
up.
there. Yeah, I think we sat there and looked at our phones for like 2 minutes and it's like, come on, you ready?
And then, so we left. Then we went downstairs to Aria, played for maybe 2 or 3 hours down there.
Yeah, the time at that point was already, yeah. You'll know better than me at this point because
Yeah, I don't really have any concept of time.
It was either 10 minutes or 16 hours. Or somewhere in between.
Or somewhere in between.
No, Aria's a nice place though, and we did a couple things there. That Wheel of Fortune hit. Ooh.
Yeah, Sarah was we were like in a little bit of a group poll, and she went rogue, and she turned around and she's like, God, I think I got a little bit of money in the bank. I think I won like $50.
Yeah.
And I looked, I go, girl, that's a little more than $50. Ended up being 5,023, and she
Yeah.
was in shock and she couldn't talk.
In absolute shock. The machine didn't really even make any crazy noises.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite even sure. Did you even figure out how she hit it? Because it
Yeah,
didn't,
she
it
hit
didn't go crazy. I know that, but she won 5K.
It was Wheel of Fortune. It wasn't like the $1 million jackpot, obviously, but it was a large one.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like I say, she didn't know what was going on, but it was funny.
Yeah. 5K on a Wheel of Fortune. That's
$7 bet.
that's nice. That's nice.
And so then then we went back to our roots.
Yeah.
We went back downtown to Circa, and then we went live for a couple hours down there, and it was the slots were really weird, I thought.
Yeah, I feel like we got hosed on a lot of things this time, especially some things that normally don't hose us. Like we tried to play like monkey balls and stuff like that, and we're always, you're not always doing super crazy on it, but you're in and out of bonuses. I just feel like we weren't in and out of bonuses hardly at all on a lot of machines over this weekend. So it was really weird that the machines were a lot quieter for us. And
then Kelly hit the hand pay, the max win you can get basically on a $1.20 bet.
Yeah.
On the Buffalo Gold Ascension or Buffalo Gold, where you get the 15 Buffalo heads. It was a $1.20 bet, and she won $3,333.
She sat there for over an hour. The first part of it all by herself, no lighter, no waitress with drinks.
Nothing.
Just sitting there because
how was I was sweating. She's like, I didn't want to bug you, but I had to go to the bathroom. And I was like, it's okay. She just kept getting coin and coin and coin. How many did she get? 137
137 free spins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a joy to watch. And interesting enough, that was, well, I guess it was not. It was the one with the wheel, but you still had to collect the 15 Buffalo heads. Mm-hmm. She got a hand pay on that. So that's officially her second hand pay.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
And
Good
it was
for her.
crazy because I think the slot attendant, she knew what was going to happen because she came over and she was standing there from the point that it was like $430, and she never left.
And then I asked her, I was like, is this the biggest win you've seen on this game? She said, yes. She said, I've the largest in the 2000s was the other largest.
Oh, the one downstairs.
That she said, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was the same bet. And so then I went on the other side. They had another Buffalo Gold, and I did the exact same $1.20 bet, and I got like 90 spins and won 900.
Yeah.
So maybe Kells Bells figured out the secret to Buffalo Gold at the Circa. And then, interesting enough, so we wake up the next day. I won a whole bunch of money on bubble craps, too. I was playing bubble craps. It's amazing what Bluff has done for the bubble craps, and Vegas Poly C has done for bubble craps.
Yeah.
I talked with the CEO or GM or whatever who was walking around the plaza.
Mm-hmm.
And just saying thanks for letting us stream and doing all those things. And what's the password to Brian Christopher's room so I can get on that good Wi-Fi?
He invited you to come back and give him a
did.
chance to get you a nice little place to stay there and check out the amenities.
There must be there's two towers, and one tower must be good and one tower must not be as good, because he said, we'll get you in the good tower. Or we'll get you in, he didn't say that. He said, we'll get you in the, I can't remember. I said, hey.
But yeah, he wants to
By
have you
all
down. He
means.
said you told him you're staying over at Circa usually and things like that. But that's really cool.
He's like, great property. Great property.
Yeah.
Come give us a try. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Do it. And then, kind of the overall, I'm not sure, but the last time we were there was during the rodeo in December.
Right.
And it was
We're
the
statistically
busiest. statistically speaking, at least one horse has to pass away during this rodeo.
Yeah, at least one morning they come down for that rodeo, they're gonna find a dead horse, right? That's statistically speaking.
I mean, not to beat a dead horse joke, but Rust Factory used that a few times.
Yeah.
It was not busy at all.
No, there was a couple moments at certain times of night where certain areas of the whole Fremont Street were a little congested. But no, we never felt like we were squeezing through people. That area down on the way to El Cortez is always just a different animal, though. It's a different vibe down there for sure. It's a little drunker down there. But still, we breezed right through Fremont the whole time, and I mean, with it being a weekend, we kind of assumed maybe it was going to be busy because I've been doing it a couple times, and Slotmaster got to do some last time. Some of that earlier in the week. Fremont, the whole place is yours. A little busier than that, but never in the main areas of Fremont was it busy at all. We did not have to squeeze through the main stage or anything like that. We just casually walked on through every time. So it was nice. I prefer it like that a little more too. I mean, I love people watching, but I don't like people squeezing. You know,
people squeezing. I think that I'm gonna have to do a reverse buffer day. So normally, what I like to do is go out like Wednesday through Saturday and have that Sunday as a buffer day.
Yeah.
Go out like Friday, like we did, and stay through Monday. Mm-hmm. So that's basically a reverse buffer.
Yeah.
It was great. I liked the stuff, the days.
Yeah.
I liked that it wasn't super duper packed.
Oh, and Sunday night, the whole place was ours again, like it is on Tuesday.
Beautiful.
Everybody went home. We were there to party still.
Yeah. And weirdly, all the casinos down there, even on Saturday night, there was nobody there.
Yeah. I think the busiest place that, strangely enough, we always go is Fremont. And it gets weird in there. Like, we were in there one night where we were both looking at each other going, I think we've pushed our luck a little bit, and I'm not talking with the slots. Let's go ahead and get out of here and come back later.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Yeah. So
and I don't remember what day. I think it was Saturday when we all ventured down to El Cortez.
Yeah, that was Saturday night.
Late night. Mm-hmm. We ran into they were doing a grand opening of the new high limit room and whole new area there at El Cortez, and to say that it is beautiful is an understatement in my eyes.
It changes the whole dynamic of that place.
But it does not lose that old school, like seedy kind of old school casino vibe. They just have a nice. They have a nice bar. They call it the roulette bar. It looks like a roulette wheel, and then they have a nice like shadow something where a guy behind the bar, another bar is they have a stage. They added a whole bunch of nice restrooms. Noodle place called Hot Nudes that I hear is fantastic, and then another big high limit room with an auxiliary bathroom.
Oh yeah. You private restroom lovers. There's one of those in the new high limit room of the new part of El Cortez. I was finding my private restrooms all weekend long. Kind of a new thing down there, like a private restroom.
You need to create an app, Private Restrooms by Russ.
There you go. No, I don't think they had too many slot machines in there either, which I kind of liked because just with the size of the place. I feel like later they could kind of ruin that feeling in there and really start cramming machines together. But it was just like the right amount of machines in there. And then all your blackjack tables right in the center, which was really cool, between the two bars, which was really nice. So I think they really kind of thought about like exactly how many machines they wanted in there for it to not feel super congested. And I think they did it right.
And then I was looking tonight, they had a big, huge party there, and they took all of those slot machines and blackjack tables in that middle between bars, and they had like tables where they were watching like a person on stage and had a big buffet set up. It was cool how they were able to do that. And then we ran into there's a bunch of streamers down there doing the grand opening, and we ran into the Jackpot slot spot crew.
Yeah.
Spent some time with those folks.
We found out they run a little bit different operation than we do. There's a little bit more structure to
yeah, a little bit more structure is an understatement.
And you point
because
out
there is
this
structure.
fat guy over here, Russ. He's my tech guy. I'm 2 drinks in hand, going howdy.
Yeah, he's like, "Is this guy work for you? Russ work for you?" I was like, "Well, I mean, yeah, you could say that,
So to speak, yeah.
I mean, so to speak. He's not paid, but yeah, they run a tight ship over there.
Yeah. I get paid in friendship. Those guys get paid with a W-9 and paychecks.
And then Hundies.
Yeah.
So when we were just sitting there talking, he was kind of asking me some things and showing me some cool things. Yeah. And
he was nice.
The mayor was.
Cool dude.
Yeah, all of them were nice. Yeah. And then right behind us, Chris, his wife, hit a $12,000 or $15,000 Keno hit, $10,000 Keno hit.
Yep.
Like it's nothing.
That bar situation over there is kind of cool too, because there's a little auxiliary part of the not the roulette bar, but the bar with the stage, and they can actually travel between there and the little high limit area. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, was cool. And then we ended up going back down on Sunday. They said they were heading out Sunday or something. So I didn't think we'd see them again. And we were down there Sunday late afternoon. We ran into them again. Yeah. They were filming a whole bunch of videos and doing some things, and it was funny. So we sat.
I think he said he won most of his money back playing blackjack, but he said them slots were a little tight down there.
Little bit tight.
And I thought to myself, well, that's because we're all paying for this new expansion here at the El Cortez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think, really cool. Yeah, it was neat. And like I say, it was neat seeing and hearing about their, they reached 50,000 subs in eight months or so. Yeah. It was just cool seeing there's a reason they did. They're popular. They're nice folks and hard workers.
Yeah.
It was cool. So then it was a beautiful day on Sunday. So then we were walking around for a while, and then it's just like Kelly wasn't feeling great again. So she said, let's go play a little bit. And then she went back to the room and then took a little nappy poo.
Yeah.
Till, probably 10:30 maybe or 11. I can't remember what time it was. And then her other friend our friends from Wichita came down. And then we went and played blackjack for a while. And Russ Factor
what the hell we were doing before that.
Nothing. You were sleeping. Then we reconvened and went down and met them.
Yeah.
Or they came up to Circa and met us, and then we walked around the downtown again.
Yeah.
Russ Factor did find his slot machine. I do have video of that I should have pulled, but I'll pull it at some point. Post it. It's a video game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Galaga for those old school 1980s.
I realized
folks.
how I lost money when you were there and what was different. I had to analyze it. So the way it works is you're basically playing a video game, but each shot you fire is a bet. So if you're just not good at games or you're just firing willy-nilly, you are just hemorrhaging money. What I was not getting that I got when I turned that 100 into 390 was I kept getting this laser bonus. And I kept getting it multiple times to where it would just instantly hit the button. I could aim on 5 or 6 enemies at one time and they would just be destroyed. I wasn't just shooting random bullets and missing half my shots. I didn't get a lot of those when you came and watched me. And that was the big difference between there as to why I started losing money.
Got it.
Because I did not get the little bonus power-ups. And those are part of what you need in this, which is cool, too. Is the little power-ups that help you conserve your bullets and not place as many rapid-fire bets, pardon the pun. But, yeah, it was a little video game machine. Good stuff.
And you looked it up and said it's one of the very few
skill-based slot machines.
I like that.
You have to know how to play a little bit of an old school video game to.
Yeah, you're going to town on it.
Yeah.
You were all fired up. Kels Bell's won a bunch of money playing blackjack.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was like, she was trying real hard. She was like, I want to have fun, but man, just not feeling great. So then she went back.
She's like, don't ask me if I want to go up to that room too many times. So the answer will be yes.
Yeah, which is, I mean, like I say, she's got that chip where she stays up till 7 a.m. pounding.
Yeah.
So then that next day was our last day. I went over and I started filming some videos. I filmed some Mo Mummy, the
new Mo Mummy, a lot of fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't have too much luck on when I was filming the video.
You start seeing a lot of these machines. Like you head down the Huff and Puff territory, and like each new Huff and Puff is like 10 times worse than the last Huff and Puff.
Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, they come out with
the new one, the new extreme
the
hard
mansion.
hat or whatever. But with Mo Mummy, it seems like this is almost an upgrade to the fun. You don't see from what we played like a ton of line hits, but the bonuses are really fun. And you seem to fall into them a little bit, like as much as you would expect. And they're really cool. You can get the extended reel ones, more spins, more symbols, stuff like that. So we're gonna keep an eye on Mo Mummy.
Yeah, it was good. It's like very few times do you see a sequel that is good.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah.
Movies,
Yeah.
video games, slot machines.
Right.
I mean, Dumb and Dumber was terrible.
Oh yeah, but yeah, if you see
Dumber's
the
my
new Mo
favorite
Mummy
movie.
at your casino and you like original Mo Mummy, just sit down and give it a little play. You see what you think. See what you think. And let
The
us
good
know.
news is they took any gem you get and get the bonus. It's the like cash collect bonus. They took out the where you pick for the wild, and they took out the stupid free games that doesn't pay in the original game.
Yep.
I
And
hate when you get free games because it never pays.
You can get the double coins or double diamonds, which saved my ass a couple times when I played it right when I got to Circa the first day. I was getting the double diamonds some places too, which helps you
were
quickly.
getting Mo symbols. And then you can get Mo Rose. And I forgot what the other one is.
Mo spins, maybe?
Mo spins.
Mo spins. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because
It was
I got
good,
the
though.
two.
I
I got
liked
the first and the last because I had dual. So I had Mo Rose and Mo symbols.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was good. But yeah, it was weird because I won a lot when we weren't streaming. And then I lost a lot when we were streaming.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much any time we ended a stream, we were like, slap another 100 in here and let's see if we can win all that money back.
Yeah, it was weird. I lost a little bit. Maybe, I don't even know. I need to calculate. I've got all my bugs. I came home with money. Coincidentally, I am the airport master.
Oh, my God.
I almost got a comma at the airport. I put $100 in and
ladies and
cashed out with
gentlemen, he did this
$9.77
in a matter of 9 minutes.
I did it before that guy finished his Wendy's double burger that was sitting by you.
Yeah, we sat down, me and Kelly, for like 5 minutes, and he came back over and had already like over doubled his ticket. And then I walked around with him. He put it in one machine. A couple spins later, right in a bonus, and got him almost to a comma.
Yeah, 77. Airport's my bitch.
Yeah, just minutes, less
And
than
then I
10
was just like, I'm
minutes.
good. I'm gonna cash out, take the victory.
And we were tired. We sat there in silence until your plane boarded, just staring at our phones, keeping our eyes open.
I did not feel right now. I still don't feel great.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. It's a combination of.
And you got to get back on it again tomorrow and get on another plane. Get you some Sudafed, some of that trucker meth.
So we get on the plane. We finally board. I don't think I even told you this.
I haven't heard anything about your flight.
Russ has been on 24-hour hibernation. I gave him 24 hours. Yes. I knew he was going to sleep for at least that.
Yep.
We got on the plane. Everything was great. going out there, we were 40 minutes early, which is never, ever
Weird,
happened.
too, because it didn't update, and me and you were trying to calculate what time things were happening because we were going to try to meet at the airport. And then I was looking at your flight, and right as you text me, I hit refresh, and you text me and goes, it says we're getting in 30 minutes early. I'm like,
Right.
How does that work from Wichita?
I don't know. I don't know how it did, but we did. We ended up getting in 30 minutes early.
Yep. And I got in at your original scheduled time.
Right.
And I was supposed to be like
Russ,
20 minutes earlier than you.
Yeah, Russ missed the ride home. But so we got on the plane. Everything was good. We start taxiing out, and then he kind of jots off goes over, like pulls over to the side, like pulls over onto the shoulder, I guess, on the whatever the runway shoulder would be.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, that's your captain speaking. We're going to have to do a little troubleshooting. We've got, and I look over at Kelly.
And you're like,
fuck.
You're just like hitting your fucking.
Turn it around.
Let me off.
Turn it around.
Put me on a different plane.
Be, about 15 minutes. And I was like, I don't care. Turn it around. Let's go. 15 minutes turned into about an hour.
Oh, wow. I wonder if I bet I departed before you did.
You definitely, probably pretty close. 45 minutes about what we were on, and then nothing else. We took off. He said there was going to be a shitload of turbulence taking off. There wasn't, and we landed. Everything was good.
Yeah, we got out on it. We had to sit there. It was weird because he mentioned that we would have to wait. And it was literally 30 seconds. And they're like, clear for takeoff. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that announcement was worthless. We did, I don't ever know what happened, though, but we did some strange circle around Phoenix, though. And I came in a different way than I normally had. And, boy, usually I taxi for, like, what feels like a year getting out of Vegas. Like, we taxi that whole thing. I had one of those coming in. And then we were, like, 14 minutes early, so we had to sit and wait for one of the guys to come wave us in. And I saw him. He's like, good news is we're early, but we don't have anybody over here to come let us into the gate. And then we're just sitting there watching. About 5 minutes later, I just see this little dude just sprinting
running out
there with his little hand wands. And he guided us in, and we got off the plane. So
it was good.
Yeah.
I was just perusing some of the news before we came on. Again, Fleshy P is going to join us next week. We just kind of did this impromptu because I'm going to be out of town, so to be back to 3 guys, 1 pod. Oh, by the way, quickly, I figured out through a Google image search of who that gentleman was that was next to us.
Who was it?
Not only that, is I asked, I forgot to tell you, I was so worried about Kelly being sick. That Sunday morning, I saw the host, and I asked him, and then it checked out. Member of Wu-Tang Clan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Who coincidentally is named after, or Rihanna's kid is named after.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was another celebrity sighting. Speaking of a celebrity sighting, so we're upstairs next to the high limit room. And this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Are you the slot master?" And I go, "Yeah, I am."
I did
Kelly
that when I came back to the
laughing
bar just because we always give him shit about that because people do it. I went to the restroom
I
when
get
we were
so
sitting at that bar. I walk up, and I know the bartenders hear me because I just said it from like 6 feet away. I go, "Hey, are you the slot master?"
I go, "Yeah."
No, what you
like,
said
"Hi,
was
I'm-"
no.
And
To me, to
and
the
Kelly's
guy.
like, "Yeah, it is." And Kelly was like rubbing it in. It like really, I mean, I love when people say hi, but it's always like weird to me. It's always weird. Never will get normal.
"You the slot
and-
master?"
The best part about it was he goes, "Where's Russ?" And Russ had just walked away to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
And I
this
said,
guy.
"Well,
Yeah.
Russ Factor is visiting the private auxiliary bathroom in the high limit room.
Yeah.
But he'll be back."
Yep,
So we chatted with him, and he was like, "I'm a big fan of the podcast.
It's about when I rolled
Big
up.
fan."
Yeah.
About when Russ Factor rolled up. I go, here he is. Here's the Russ Factor.
So me,
Hopefully
who is not slot master and does not get embarrassed, I'm like, over the moon. I'm like, and you know who I am.
And then the best part about it is I was like, are you winning? And we were chatting for a while, and he was with his buddy. He's like, all right, guys, it was great to meet you. I got to go back to my buddies or whatever. And Kelly's like, well, he didn't want to gamble with us. And I was like, no, he has friends here. And right as he's walking out, he goes, yeah, I got to go tell my friends are never going to believe I met the celebrities. And I looked over and I started laughing. I was like, yeah, you met the Russ factor. A celebrity might be.
I don't know I don't know if there's enough letters in the alphabet for what tier of celebrities we are.
Is there like a beyond Z list?
Double L celebrities.
But I was laughing. But it was great to meet him because he said he was a fan of the podcast.
Yeah, he said he was a big fan,
cool.
and he was like, we were talking about something. We mentioned the sphere or something in you too, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember you guys talking about that, and yeah, that was cool to have someone who peeks at the podcast come up
and new old Russ Factor.
Yeah, new old
Fleshy
Russ
P.
Factor.
That was good.
Yeah.
No, but I was just looking at the news before here, and I saw that the feds arrested the mastermind behind all of the gambling scheme worth millions. So there's like these NBA guys and college guys that were point shaving.
Was that one a while back where the dude got arrested going to the airport because he took like the loss on someone and then they...
Maybe, but might have been part of the same deal, and this might have been an upper tier guy that
what
they got.
What he was gonna win was like $800,000 or some shit. It was crazy.
Well, they arrested. They kicked out a guy from the NBA, Jonte Porter, who they identified Sugar Shane was the guy that was doing it. Shane Hennon is the alleged architect. He's orchestrated perhaps the largest point shaving scandal in American history, which may have included Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. And I bet on that game where Terry Rozier, I remember that game. It was like, I thought Vegas, I was like, this line is so goofy and it's almost too low. And I took, I was like, this is way too high. And I took the under. No. I took the over because it was way, 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 way low. And that Terry Rozier didn't even get like 2 rebounds or something and left.
Yeah, it was the game where he left, where he like was sick or something, or and it was that game
allegedly
that the dude that bet on it was leaving, and he was at the airport, and they went to the airport and arrested him.
Oh yeah, you're right. It says he was arrested in January at the Las Vegas airport, where he was prepping to fly from Vegas to Colombia for dental work.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, well, he was hoping he had the money for that. He would have had some left over if he was going to Colombia for it. So I see why he was heading to Colombia. No, I know why he was heading to Colombia.
It's always bad when the feds say the proof of his guilt is overwhelming. Yeah. That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
I think the feds have like a 98 or 99% conviction rate.
Yeah.
So when the feds go, it's overwhelming. He said witnesses, phone records, financial records, betting records. He has a website that called Sugar Shane
covering your tracks.
Sugar Shane Wins. is his website,
no, it's not.
And he charges $999 a month for his picks.
What a
dope.
dork.
On March 23, NBA was alerted of unusual betting activity related to Terry Rozier's performance in a game between Charlotte and New Orleans.
Yep.
The league conducted an investigation, did not find a violation of NBA rules, but we're now aware of the investigation. It's the people in the East have been cooperating. They also flagged unusual wagering on games involving 5 college teams last season. Fresno State suspended 2 players amid NCAA school investigation into gambling, although it's unclear if it's connected. Hendon's Instagram shows massive betting slips, luxurious life with massive stacks of cash and fancy cars. He showed off a $57,000 bet on BetMGM Mirage Casino for UConn to cover its 14.5 underdog in football against Boston College. The Huskies covered a 21-14 loss. You either sit on the sidelines and watch or ask how to get in the game, he captured on the post. So not only was he doing this, he was bragging about it on social media. I mean, people just can't not
I mean,
do that.
Like, I don't know. I just think some people are stupid. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Like,
Yeah.
like if you've got something figured out, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Especially if you're breaking the law. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like in multiple ways, breaking the law on multiple ways, and then bringing other people in. Oh, I don't even know, man. I don't even know, man. Like, what? I don't know what gets someone to that point where I'm like, I'm gonna just brag about it.
Yeah. I don't know that either. It's then if you look in that, to play that video that I just linked to you down in our Discord. Have you seen this yet?
Oh yeah. So check this out. This is
the guy that is always with Steve Will Do It, who does the Trump impressions. Yeah. That confronted Alec Baldwin. This whole thing is kind of like the O.J. Simpson situation. I hope every day of Alec Baldwin's life, for the rest of his life, somebody mentions this girl that he shot and killed.
Yeah.
And I was hoping every day that O.J. Simpson was alive, somebody was reminding him. Obviously, different circumstances. One was a preventable accident, and one was not.
Right.
However, this guy, what's his name? Jason Scoop, something like that, dresses up as Trump and sounds exactly like Trump and confronts Alec Baldwin. And Alec Baldwin went Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, yeah. Someone was like, that's a credible threat.
Yeah.
Here we go. I had to wait for the ad to be done here. Let's take a little peek. Take a little peek.
I will offer you a total pardon. I want to be.
Why are we still playing music? Hold on.
I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman. If you kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You realize, by the
Whoa.
way, no, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You know, you got a camera on me here?
The ring, no, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Be real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right there. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good.
Wow. He did not appreciate that too much.
He did not. Come to find out, his wife heard it and then chased that kid down the street.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's breaking news that, what's her name? Hilaria?
Yeah.
Who's crazier than shit.
Yeah.
It's like faking. His wife's like faking that accent. Never had that accent, like growing up.
Yeah.
And
she's
her
one of those.
name's Hillary.
Yeah.
What a bunch of weirdos, man. But I mean, people are just losing their shit. Which that guy, he should hear about that girl every day the rest of his life.
Absolutely. I mean, there was a lot that went wrong there, but I think he got off
scot-free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that he should have done anything, but
Yeah.
gone to jail for life because he should have gotten something, maybe.
Yeah.
And then another news, a big guy that I used to watch all the time, Dr. Disrespect. Did you see that? What he said today? Rust Factor.
I went back and saw a clip where he was talking about Dr. Lupo and Nick Merckx a little bit. I think he was talking a little bit about Tim and Z as well. But he had a lot of feelings about Lupo and Nick, of course.
You're probably going to cover it on the Rust Factor show. It's broadcast on Twitch on this very channel, live every Friday night. But yeah, Dr. Disrespect blasts phony Nick Merckx and accuses Dr. Lupo of copying everything he does.
From intros to the whole talkovers,
transitions.
Yeah.
She has. I mean, but the thing about it is Dr. Disrespect does it right, so he's bound. People are bound to copy what he does. But they used to be the thing that kind of pissed him off. It was a long time ago when Nick Merckx went on this. I mean, it was like September or something when Nick Merckx went on the stream and the podcast and was bashing Dr. Disrespect, saying he didn't really know him, really kind of trying to separate him out.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to play frisbee? Hey.
Pause. I don't know how to run videos here. But yeah, there's something funny I saw too. Did you see this?
No.
Hey, you want to play frisbee? Here's a soft throw.
Oh, yeah? You didn't catch this.
Oh, that was really tough.
Hey. Yeah, let's have it.
This is for the Twitch ban, you punk bitch. Boom shakalaka.
You haven't seen that.
Rumble Premium.
This is a little ad for Rumble.
Yeah, so he got remonetized back on YouTube.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. He got a little emotional about it on stream too. It was like on a Friday afternoon before he hopped off, and it was midstream that they turned it all back on. So yeah, after
so he's
6
back.
months.
He's back, and he went off on those guys that didn't support him.
Yep.
And his, he said he needed an apology from Timmy Tenders and Z, which Z didn't really say much, but he didn't have his back. But
I mean, and he owes pretty much his entire, level of where he's at to, Doc taking him under his wing, because he wasn't much of a showman prior to there. And he just kind of quickly, just like everyone else, just distanced himself from the whole thing.
His soliloquy that he went off on those guys was pretty epic. It was like he's just had this bottled up, and then he saw some super chat or something, and then he just went crazy.
Yeah.
But Twitch is getting ready to unban or has unbanned. They've unreleased a whole bunch of rules, and he was hoping to get unbanned on Twitch because of he shouldn't be banned in there to begin with.
Yeah, Twitch is in kind of an interesting point right now, and I see why they're doing this is because they've spent the last few years kind of hemorrhaging creators, and that's not good for business. So
and good ones too. Yeah.
Yep.
I love Twitch.
Yeah, I think
love it.
You'll see some guys, not like big names, but you'll definitely see if they get unbanned or they were part of that, or if their friends get unbanned. You'll see some movement back from Kick to Twitch. But I mean, they have all those rules now, especially even when you're affiliated and partnered, where you can simulcast still. Which I don't know if that's a mistake for Twitch, because they kind of did that out of desperation last year, I think, where they changed that rule so people could. But
because if you're partnered, you can only go exclusive. So I'm almost partnered, right? Is that what I keep applying for? Because I'm just an affiliate, right?
Right.
But we're in the process of being partnered on Twitch.
Yeah.
it's hard to get partnered on Twitch. Twitch it's how YouTube used to be. It's hard to gain subscribers. It's hard to gain members. But man, they take care of the creators, and
Once you do,
boy, do they. It's a great platform. We hadn't gone live on YouTube in over a month, and we've been going live on Twitch and everything else, and it's very similar to what happened when we went to YouTube. Why are you not on TikTok anymore?
Yeah.
And then it switched to, why are you not on YouTube anymore?
Yeah, and then we went to YouTube for Vegas.
Why are you not on Twitch anymore? I mean, you can't please everybody all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Twitch is how YouTube used to be. It used to be hard to get subscribers. It used to be hard to gain an audience. You used to have a quality show.
Yeah,
now
there's
you
just no
can
discoverability on the platform. That's the biggest kind of thing, is people kind of got to know what they're looking for. You got to really focus on, hoping that, any stranger you ever find is someone who was browsing through categories in Twitch, which isn't, a common thing to do. So once you get kind of past those hurdles and can make it, like, you do all right. You do all right.
Yeah, it's tough to garner an audience, but it's you have to put on a good program. You can't, like on YouTube Shorts, you can just have a picture of what was the thing that I saw the other day? It was that airplane simulator, just a plane just circling round and around, and there was it had 1 million subs.
Yeah.
Paint drying, or the Indian kids shuffling the balls back and forth to get them in the right color.
Yeah.
With 1 million subs.
Yeah. No, you can't do that in long form regular content.
No. I'm gonna test that theory soon about show you how easy it is.
Yeah, just get you a wall ready, get your can of paint, and we'll set a camera on it, and we'll give it a try.
Yeah, just a sub counter. Give it a try.
All
right,
every 10
anything
subs,
else
I'll reapply the paint.
Yeah.
Subathon.
Subathon. Anything else, Russ Factor?
I think that's it. A little early week show. I'll be here Friday night on this Twitch channel for the Russ Factor show with me and Danny Hyphen. Plenty to talk about, some games to play. I beat that game we played last time, so I'll talk about kind of how that all went, what I liked, what I didn't like.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll be in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Watching the Russ Factor show.
Yep.
So again, Fleshy P will be back next Tuesday, and I'm sorry that we ran out of time for the Kells Bells.
We had her
we'll
ready, all set, and I thought we were going to get to it tonight, but we ran out of time.
Just didn't. Follow the Slot Master on Twitch. Follow the Slot Master 316 on YouTube. Follow the Slot Master 316 on Instagram, Rumble, X, whatever platform you see fit.
Yeah.
So greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Download the podcast and the entire podcast catalog. This is episode 19 of season 2.
Yeah.
It's just whipped through season 2 already.
Yeah. 69 episodes every season. So.
Yeah. All right. Shout out Flaming Goat Lips. Okay, next week we'll see you. We'll be back to 3 Guys 1 Pod.
Yep.
For Fleshy P, our Canadian friend. I'm the Slot Master, and that's Russ Factor, and we say good day.
Oh man, I'm just in